Hello YouTube. My name is Stacy. I'm known here as Flightyrambler, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel today. Today I'm going to tackle a few things, a few hashtags, the first of which, Thrifty Thursday, which is hashtag thriftythursday. It's hosted here on YouTube by Sherry at Turquoise Dreaming. The next is Friday Book Haul, which is hashtag fridaybookhaul, and that's hosted here on YouTube by Nat Williams. I'll have links to both of their channels listed in the description box below. And lastly is the 100 plus subscriber giveaway for my channel, hashtag flightyrambler. That's me. The rules to enter will be in the video, so keep watching, keep listening. My giveaway is going to be a box that I will send, and it'll include a variety of papers, including vintage and more modern. I'm going to have a few little extra goodies in there as well, so if you want to enter, just keep on listening and watching. I'm going to start with a small stack of books, the first of which is this cute red one. It's called Two's Company, and there's a darling little mouse on the front. I think that the book is an interesting size, and it looks like it was printed in 1958, and I don't see a copyright. There are color pictures as well as black and white sketches, and I think they are adorable. I paid a mere 50 cents for this gem. Next is a book called No Defense, and it's by Gilbert Parker. Turns out there is a copyright on this book at 1920. I was drawn to the red front and back, to be honest. It looked really nice. I liked the size as well. The paper has texture, like a nice patina, but also a texture. It's thicker than typical modern paper. The signatures are sewn in, and there are some pages that have pictures on them, and the paper of those pictures is a glossy one. And for $1, I thought I would be able to do something with it. I originally thought that it would fit the size of my stitching sampler, but it turns out no, it doesn't. In looking at my stitching sampler, I can't help but be reminded that I found that the most difficult stitch to learn was the fly stitch. It was the fly stitch. The last book here is the Picture Dictionary for Children. It says 5,079 words and 1,442 pictures. It has a beautiful color and great wear, a lovely patina on all of the pages. The spine has been taped, and oh my goodness, there are gorgeous end papers, so cute. It's a picnic with kids and puppies and flowers. Oh, the styling of the illustrations is adorable. Turns out it's copyright 1939 and 1948. The guts of this book has really thin paper, so nice to touch, smooth. It's been aged well, and the illustrations are of an older vintage style that I absolutely love. There's cute little line art pictures, large text. It has a great looking font, and it looks like on the bulk of the pages there's a row of alphabet at the right hand side. The next items I'm going to show are these threads. It's a box of threads and trims that I picked up at a variety of thrift stores between then and now. The box that it's all stored in was $1.50, and I'm just showing that off. And then I'll get into the first package. For 75 cents, I got this. It's not embroidery thread. I'm not perlé. Is that what this is called? Perlé cotton thread. And in 3 colors, one of them variegated. The first is a really pretty purple. It reminds me of a lilac. The next is the variegated one going from blue to purple. And then a mint. And I know I'm wearing a sea blue on my nails, so I'm just comparing the colors, and it's definitely a pretty mint green. And the last is this gorgeous blue. I'll add them all to my stash, as well as these 4, another set from this same thrift store for another 75 cents. There's this peachy one and a pretty pink. It's a really pretty pink. And this yellow is a soft yellow, a buttery yellow. And lastly, this gorgeous orange. Then I'm going to explore what's in this bag. What I'm going to do is take a bit of all of these and add them to my embroidery boxes, and that way I'll have access to them without having to dig through a large amount of big balls of all of these different kinds of threads and cottons. It turns out that there was a rainbow in this bag, and I'm really glad that I spotted it and picked it up. Because I didn't really have a gold thread in my stash, I picked this one up, and in testing it, I was curious to know if it was a thread or a wire, and it turns out that it's a thread because it doesn't kink, which is going to be interesting to use in any embroidery piece, I think. I wonder if I can get it threaded. I have been hoarding a lot of trims and threads and things like that. Today I'm going through the lot of them. My goal is to get a smaller sample of them either on my trims or with my threads in my embroidery boxes. I'm going to be having a video on how I sort and store all my trims and things like that in another video coming soon. Of course, Michaels would have a great selection of embroidery spools in which to wind embroidery threads, flosses, and different fibers. So they have great spools as well as a great threader. I also picked up a pack of DMC Embroidery Needles. I have been using things I've had in my sewing box, haven't really had any specialty needles until now, and I'm curious to know if it will work better and how bigger the eyes are compared to the ones I've been using. I found this clear set of stamps of women in profile at the dollar store, and wow, isn't it pretty? I can really see using these. Next, I'm going a bit vintage. I'm showing a bit of older ephemera here. I picked it up at a local bookstore that had a lot of papers and cards and postcards and bits and bobs like this. The first thing I'm going to show is a vintage kind of pamphlet showing off some caves in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It really does look vintage with those grayscale pictures. There's a nice map on the back, and altogether it's just a cute piece. The next is a set of postcards or info cards of places in the Ukraine. The date there says 1984, and it says this information is of the picturesque Chernobyl region. The second set of either postcards or info cards look like they're from Russia. They look kind of Russian, and the date I found is 1987. I feel some of the buildings in these pictures look a little blocky. I found this little Dymo for $3, and I thought it was worth a shot because it looks like it's a different font than the standard size one I already have. I took the label out of the larger one and fit it in the smaller one, and it worked. I mean, I got a little label out of it. I also found these two rulers. My goal was to have the longer ruler. I'm going to chunk up one or two edges of it to give myself a tearing ruler. I want to thank Rachel at Sweet Bee Paper Co. for the idea. I'll have a link to her channel listed in the description box below. I am a fan of rainbows, and I couldn't resist these 2 little buttons for 50 cents. I'm going to add them to my button jar. My grandnephew loves playing with the button jar. I mean, it is fun. There was this huge block of art paper, this huge bag of it for $4.99. I left it the first time, but the second time I actually grabbed it because my curiosity was piqued. What was in there? There was such big pieces, I mean, large pieces of Canson thick cardstock and treasures buried within the layers of all of these colors. There were 2 packages of these tie, T-H-A-I, dye papers in amongst all of these other papers. And it was by the Strathmore Company, so really high quality stuff. One of the packages was empty, but the other held a wealth of handmade papers. It looks like the washi that I already have in my stash, but these are certainly different colors and textures to what I already have. So what an addition, what a find. Next, I have some golden books that I have found. I have 2 Raggedy Ann books and one of A Day at the Zoo. I've learned by watching these Thrifty Thursday and Friday book haul videos that it's more interesting if the books are older. A quick way to check is to look on the back for the barcode. It's not a guarantee that it's vintage, but it's certainly older than the ones that do have the code. So I'm going to look at the first golden book here, which is A Day at the Zoo. It doesn't have a barcode, and the back of the book looks older than the other 2. And when I open it up, it has the cute little end page there. And oh my goodness, darling vintage style illustrations. It looks like it was a copy written 1950, and there's such cute pictures of all the animals and the fun things you do at the zoo. Next is Raggedy Ann and Andy and the Rainy Day Circus. It looks like it's the 11th printing in 1981. And they're such adorable pictures. They look like kids have colored them in. They're sketchy and cute. And the book itself looks like it's been taped at the spine, so not in the best shape. My last golden book is Raggedy Ann and Fido. There's no code, and it's the 8th printing in 1976. And it definitely has different style illustrations. It's adorable. Like the dolls have been posed for a picture. Now that I've been interested in picking up different items and I've been looking in different areas of the thrift store, I finally noticed that in some sections they have little pieces of fabric like this. It looks like it was somebody's quilting, has been either donated or broken down, and it's a large bag of wonderful fabrics that all seem to coordinate, and it's so pretty. And for $1, there's a lot of fabric pieces in here. I'm going to go through them and I'll show a few of them, but there's certainly too many to show off all at once. And in the same area as the other bag, perhaps from the same collection, is this bag of quilt pieces. It's been a while since I've recorded a video. I mean, the blues and some changes in my life. I mean, there was the loss of one of our dogs was tough, and a shift in a relationship was rough. So, you know, mourning and pining. And here we are at Easter time, and I hope you hug your loved ones close, whether they be furry or not. I'll be adding all of this to my stash. Looking at the wealth of fabric pieces I now have, it makes me wonder if, it's enough really. Because I keep looking when I'm out and about. I keep looking at more fabric, just like I keep looking at more vintage books. While exploring another used bookstore in my area, I found that they had this section that had old papers, old things like postcards and cards and things like that. And so I picked through and picked out a few of the postcards and cards that I thought were the most interesting. I have casually been on the hunt for an old bingo game. I was curious about the bingo cards that I see other artists use here on YouTube. So I don't know if it was fair or not, but at the one thrift store, they had the two games side by side for the same price. So for $4, I got to take both of them home. I would have looked inside of them at the store, but they've taped them up quite securely. I am pleased to note that in both of these games, they have wonderful cards. They're of varying thickness and colorations, and I feel they'll be great additions to my giveaway. Now, speaking of my giveaway, I am pleased to announce I am hosting a subscriber giveaway. I have over 100 subscribers now. Thank you all so much for taking the time to watch my videos, to comment and like, and also subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate each and every one of you for making that effort. Let me get into a bit of details about the rules. It's actually going to be quite easy. All I'm asking is that you comment on this video, and in your comment, I'm going to ask that you use the word giveaway so that I know you're interested in receiving the bundle of goodies that I'm putting together for the winner. The second rule to my giveaway is that you be subscribed to my channel. That part's pretty simple too. And the third rule is that you must like this video. Simple, huh? Not bad. Just 3 simple rules. I'm going to let this giveaway run for a couple of weeks, and I'll draw for the winner of this giveaway at the beginning of May. It's nice to have some cute wrapping paper on hand for all kinds of events. I'm also showing off this cute little package of small glass bottles with cork toppers. The idea is to put something in this cute little glass jar, seal it up with the cork, and perhaps use it as a dangle on the spine of a journal. Next, I'm showing that there's a couple packages of beads, and I'm just going to sort them out and then add the cute ones to my stash of beads. These are some paper doilies that I found. They were really inexpensive and they're cute. Like, it has this really embossed picture and it has a plastic coating, so I know it's a coaster meant to keep moisture from getting to the table, and I think they're just cute. In fact, the packaging is cute and I'm going to keep that too. Next, I'm showing off some playing cards, the first of which are from Hawaii. They have a really pretty design on it. In fact, I seem to be collecting these playing cards. I can't wait to give some away and share all of this with a subscriber. I find myself always looking through the stationery section. I don't know why. I love little notebooks. I love cute papers. I love different kinds of papers. So I always end up rummaging around through the bins and the different areas, trying to find little treasures. And sure as heck, here's another. For $1.99, I get this cute little booklet with these fabulous paper. And sometimes when you rummage through the stationery section, you end up with a few treasures, such as this game card for bridge playing. It's really fun. There's also the opportunity to find cute bookmarks like this one for 50 cents. Oh yes. And I'm sneaking in a small book here. It's Happiness is a Warm Puppy. Isn't that cute? It's by Charles M. Schulz, and it's by the Scholastic Book Services in 1970. The paper is really interesting color. I found another treasure in this 8.5 by 11 pad of paper. It's got a great patina along the edges. It's a record of collections, and there's a fair amount left on this pad of paper. In the same area as the old papers. There were postcards. And of course, I have to have a couple of napkins. I found these at the dollar store, and I'm going to open each up so we can see the patterns on both. And I want to remind everyone to please feel free. I encourage you to please enter my giveaway. The rules are in this video. They're simple, and I'm looking forward to contacting the winner at the beginning of May. And that looks like that's it for this video. I'd like to encourage you to like this video. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.